Okay, hello guys. So this is Ethan, Leeds Holistic Health Coach, and I'm talking today zeolite, and I'm going to be comparing PBX with TRS, and I'm going to be showing you how a lot of deception is being used by the TRS camp in order to sell their product. So just a quick overview. So PBX is the original natural clean nano zeolite, and TRS is came around a few years later, and it was a copy of PBX, but it's a synthetic version. Now, I've made a few videos before showing some of the lies that they've told. So for example, I made a video about one of their big sellers, Chris Kirchhoff, who was telling everybody that TRS was not synthetic. So I exposed that particular lie using their own websites and their own experts to prove that TRS is in fact synthetic. So that's established, it is synthetic. But they're still telling lots of lies, and what they do is they have Facebook groups that are closed where they're free to say what they want, and anybody that knows anything that questions any of the lies is immediately kicked out and removed. Or anyone that has bad effects, there's because it's synthetic and there's no studies on safety, there are people having certain problems, and when they raise those problems they are just removed from the group. So they keep a certain narrative going that allows them to sell a lot more product. Now let me just say right off the bat though, any zeolite, including TRS, is going to remove toxins from the body, and you're going to get good results in some cases, in many cases, when you remove toxins. So listen, if you're someone using TRS and getting great results, that's cool, right? It doesn't affect anything I'm going to say, and it doesn't validate TRS as the best way to go. So okay, so let's start. So I'm going to start off showing a little graph that the TRS people have made to compare their product with other zeolite products, and primarily comparing it to the big deal is Pure Body and Advanced TRS, as they call it. So here we see Pure Body. So here's one of the lies right out the bat. Pure Body is not the product that competes with TRS. The product that competes with TRS is Pure Body Extra. Okay, so the Pure Body has a larger size zeolite, which is designed for gut detox. Pure Body Extra is a nano zeolite designed to detox the blood, brain, and so on. So the first thing they've done is they've compared. Well, you'll see that they haven't even done this exactly, but they've tried to make it look like their product is better by comparing it to a product that's not comparable. So one of the things they want to show is that Pure Body is a much bigger size than their 0.9 nanometer product. They also claim that TRS is less expensive, and I'm going to show that that's not the case either. So what they're saying is Pure Body is 0.3, which is correct. They're saying that it's $64 for 30-day supply. That's an outright lie. It's just not true. That's the price of Pure Body Extra. Okay, so they're mixing information between Pure Body and Pure Body Extra. Okay, so that they can look better on size, and they can look better. Well, it's not better on price, even though it looks like it is, because theirs is 50. That's another deception. So let me explain some of the deceptions and how they work, because I don't want you being fooled, because in their groups I can't speak. They've kicked me out, and they kick anybody else out that speaks to expose some of these lies. So let me show you how this is a lot of lies. Okay, so I'm kind of moving myself. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so Pure Body Extra is the product which is $64. Okay, Pure Body, which they said was $64, is $29. Okay, so just remind you. Let's go back to that graph. Okay, so they're saying that Pure Body is $64. Okay, no, Pure Body Extra is $64. Well, slightly under, but we'll give them that. So Pure Body Extra is $64. So as you can see, they've mixed information from two different products in order to make their product look better. Okay, let's go back. Where are we? Where is back? Here we are. Okay, so let's look at the information straight from the website on Pure Body Extra, and you'll see that Pure Body Extra, straight on the website, we've got 300 studies right there on PubMed, linked to, and we've got the composition, we've got the chemical analysis to show that it's clean, white paper, etc., etc. There's a lot of good information here. So what I'm interested in right here though is the size, because they're claiming theirs is smaller and therefore it's better. Here's Pure Body Extra strength, not the Pure Body that they were trying to compare to, and you can see the size here is 0.7 nanometers. Okay, 0.7 nanometers. Theirs was 0.9. It's neither here nor there, to be honest, but theirs is not smaller. That's the first thing. They're comparing it to Pure Body to make theirs look smaller. Theirs is not smaller. So that's one big lie right there on their little chart, because they used Pure Body 0.3. They gave the Pure Body Extra price so they could compare price with Pure Body Extra, while using Pure Body to look at the size. Complete and utter outright deception. Okay, so they say that size matters. The smaller 0.9 nanometer zeolites only encased in water can travel through the blood-brain barrier, right? But PBX is smaller. It's a nanometer. It doesn't really matter that degree of size. Any nanometer is going to go into the blood, to be fair. But they both will go into the blood. But PBX is smaller if you want to argue about size. Okay, so let's go a step further. Let's actually see how another. I mean, this one is made by another of their big sellers, Chinting, to do this more or less the same comparison. So she said that TRS is the most cost efficient way for a monthly supply of zeolites, $50 as opposed to $64 of PBX. So also notice that which bottle is bigger here, would you say? That looks like TRS is bigger, right? Okay, that's another just a deceptive way of just she doesn't say it's bigger. It clearly isn't. Here's the two bottles. This is oh, let me get that on there. This is PBX in a glass bottle. This is TRS in a plastic bottle. TRS is 28 ml. PBX is 60 ml. But if you looked at that picture, you would be forgiven for believing that TRS is a bigger bottle. So she says it's the most cost-efficient way for a month's supply. She says TRS zeolite size is 3 times smaller. And as zeolites work by surface area, the smaller the zeolite, the more surface area it has, the more toxins it's able to capture. Well, we've just established it isn't 3 times smaller. In fact, TRS is not smaller at all. They've achieved that claim by comparing it to a different product, which is purposely bigger in order to go for the digestive system. It's a product aimed at a different thing. So just utter lies. Assured purity due to tightly controlled lab conditions to produce the safest and most efficacious zeolite product available. Okay, so let's have a very quick look at that. So they claim that because it's a synthetic lab-made zeolite, that allows it to be purer, and there's a kind of a truth to that. However, the natural zeolite of PBX is cleaned, lab verified, it's clean. So there's no real difference there. But what I would say is that Pure Body is cleaner than TRS. Why do I say that? Because it doesn't matter how clean your TRS is, if you then put it in a toxic plastic bottle as they have done, even water will absorb toxins from a plastic bottle. Zeolite, the most powerful toxin magnet that we have, right, in a plastic bottle, known to attract the kind of toxins in plastic, in a plastic bottle. It doesn't matter if you do your lab report on your zeolite and then you put it in a plastic bottle, your lab result is irrelevant. Totally irrelevant. It doesn't matter if it was 100% pure, which it isn't. But it doesn't matter because you've now put it in a plastic bottle, which is why PBX uses a glass bottle only. Not plastic, never plastic. TRS is in a plastic bottle. So, the size is a lie. The purity, not a lie, it's a deception because yes, it is pure or pretty pure when it's made, but then it's put in a plastic bottle. That undoes all of that. Okay, so here is an actual real comparison between the two products. So both products are nano-sized. However, Pure Body is lab verified nano size. TRS has no lab verification. They make claims, but there's no lab report. So we don't know if it really is 0.9 or what it is. I believe it is nano. I'm not saying it isn't, but they have no lab to prove it. Okay, so moving on here. So TRS is a synthetic zeolite made for the tyre industry with no safety studies at all ever done on it in the human body. Hasn't happened. PBX is a natural zeolite specifically purified for detox, and there's lots of studies. Advanced TRS, so little to no scientific research, none in the human body for safety and stuff. There is research on it for other purposes, like in the tyre industry, so we can't say there's no scientific research, but used in the human body, they haven't got much at all, if anything. Okay, extensive university-led research on PBX, or more specifically the type of zeolite that it is. Okay, so plastic bottle for TRS, potential BPA concerns. There's a lot more than BPA. It's not even a BPA-free bottle. At least it doesn't say that on it, so it's not. But so BPA is not even free, but all the other toxins as well. BPA is not the only toxic issue that we have with plastic bottles. Okay, so Pure Body is in an amber glass bottle, less than an ounce compared to 2 full ounces. So we're going to briefly show the price in a minute, but their price was a lie. Their price is $95 retail, okay, compared to $80 pretty much retail for PBX. But then on auto ship, that's a monthly subscription, it brings theirs down to 68 and PBX down to 60. We'll call it 64. We'll go it up, okay, which means that TRS is $2.43 per mil compared to 1.6 per mil for PBX. Okay, plus then TRS has very expensive shipping, especially if you don't happen to live in the US like myself. Not only shipping but tax, customs, unknown amounts when you order it if you're not in the US. PBX, not the case. Very, in fact, in the UK, it's free shipping. Depends on what countries. I don't want to go through all the countries, but in the UK, it's free shipping. Many places it is free, and there's no tax because PBX is a legitimate product that's in many countries. TRS is only in the US officially, so they always have to charge tax when they go abroad. Okay, so can I get back to? I'm trying to go back. There we go. Okay, so to prove the price, here's a Consumer website. Okay, this is Chinting's website. Here's the price, $95. Now, if you click on details, you'll see that as a preferred customer, you can get the $68 price. So what are they talking about when they say it's $50? Here's what they're talking about, another deception. They're talking about if you buy 3 at a time on a monthly order. Who wants 3 every month, hey? But if you buy 3 at a time on a monthly order, you'll get the price of $150, which then works out at $50. So they worked out the price of $50 by being a multi-pack order. And by the way, PBX has cheaper prices when you buy multi-pack orders. But they did a multi-pack order, but they didn't say that, to get a price. And they did a single bottle order. Not even on PBX, which is what they claim, but not even on Pure Body, which is what they were claiming it was the price, but on PBX. So listen, it's just lie after lie after lie. These people from TRS are using lots and lots of deceptions. Yes, they've got a product which gets great results, certainly in the short term, but it's not getting better results than the real natural zeolite for which all the studies are done on. So they're basically, because they get testimonials, they're able to show those testimonials, and then with all their lies about price, that theirs is cheaper and that theirs is pure, and all these other lies that they tell in closed groups, so that you can't challenge them on anything, because anybody who challenges them is out. So it all looks like everyone's in agreement and all this is correct. It's not. You're being deceived. Do not buy synthetic, unstudied for safety zeolite products when you can, for half the price, you can have a natural product. And I have to just comment very quickly on half the price. One of the things that they do, because they both say a month's supply, that's how they say that they're more or less the same price. So So yes, PBX recommends a higher dose. So one of the things PBX does is it recommends 3 sprays a day instead of 2 as TRS recommends. And the reason for that is because zeolite lasts about 6 hours in the body. So if you're using recommended dose for PBX, you've got zeolite working in your body for around 18 hours a day compared to TRS at 12 hours a day. So we're just recommending more, and you've got extended amounts of time that it's in your body over TRS. They ignore all that and they just say because we recommend a dose that lasts a month and they recommend and their bottle will also last a month, it's the same. Ignoring the fact that you're getting a lot more dose, a higher dose, and for longer periods under PBX than you are TRS. So as I say, it's just continual deceptions all the time from these guys. As a consequence, I've challenged them to public debate. They will not debate publicly because they haven't got a leg to stand on. They remind me of the pro-vaxxers who are just, just send out all their one-line little arguments that they're not real arguments, but just they want to, if they keep repeating that vaccines are safe or whatever, then people might believe it. But what they won't do is debate, okay? Because when you haven't got the truth, it's really tough to debate. Listen, if you're a TRS distributor, I'd love to have a chat with you and explain in more detail, because you probably are not lying yourself. You're probably just sharing information that you believe to be true that you've been lied to. So if you want to see the data and the real science and the real facts, then I'm very happy to talk with you. And if you are a customer, I highly recommend that you do your own research, check these things I'm saying, and listen. Don't use a synthetic when there's a natural. Don't